Hey, Olia. So this is your reading. So we had a discussion about I would do a reading for you, and this is what came up. So the first question I'm always asking is, how does Olia need to change in order to be more of a success in her business? But what came up for there within the question was also, how can she be her own woman? And I find that very, very relevant. So what I feel when I feel into you being this version of you, so like maybe you're here, but you want to be here, is you're so stable, the stability within you that is absolutely phenomenal. Your breath is very, very calm. And I'm seeing you, I'm likening it to you being the stature of a queen. And I don't know whether you've ever done any past lives or not, but this is very, very interesting. You are incredibly still and very observant, and you can something came on later on, but like you can put all the pieces together of someone, and you're so observant. It's like you're hawk like. You're very, very still, but you're seeing all of what is going on. So it is embedded. There is not one single doubt that you can be an independent, financially independent, your own woman. Your state, your structure is extremely tall. Your shoulders are back, your head is on straight, you're on your axis. You're standing up, you're upright, you're proud, you're regal, and you are in command of your own space. And you're in command when you're doing your job. Previous lifetimes of being in this power, so they exist within you already. They exist within you right now, and it's to bring and to pull those forwards. And as I did your reading, I understood so much more. So it's an awesome reading to do. So do you understand that? Like in previous lifetimes, you have been this. Therefore, you're calling that back into you right now. But when I see you as this. I see you this. You're incredibly calm, incredibly astute, incredibly observant. So that is very key. Your energy speaks volumes. People are very lucky to be in your energy. There is no forcing of a fake energy of being, oh, I am capable, There's no proving within that at all. It's just like, it is already within you. It is already there. So you have it within you. Lifetimes of your soul experience are available to you now in this lifetime. So you call on it and you become it and you claim it. So when I'm doing my reading, I am making copious notes. And then as I read those notes back, it's an activation for you as you sense and you get a glimpse and you understand that energy, the energetics of you. So like a queen, you're advising people. You make their lives clear. You give them a clear path and a job to do. You see them. So I was asking then, okay, if we finished with what, how Olia needs to change on the inside to become this best version of her, this, owning her own woman. And I got a yes. So I went on to ask, what does your business want to say to you? The first thing that came through was you're hanging your hat on a tool. I can't read my writing. Extended to you to give out clarity. And then I kept asking the question and it was just silence. Ooh, I just plopped onto the plant here. Isn't that lovely? And then it was quiet and quiet. So I changed this question. I changed the question. It was just really still for such a long time. And then what started to sort of seep through as I was asking, what does your business want to say to you? You are the translator. You bring to market. You rework and understand the purpose and you bring that to life. There's no hiding, there's no confusion. The plan is simple for today's people. You articulate it and you articulate the product or the merchandise. But it's you, not an app. So the app is very, very good to kind of help you see and understand what it is that you already know so that it's articulated. But what comes through in your energy is you're also providing somebody with an image of who they are. You are very clear. So what I saw then was like a ball of string that was all in knots. And I got that you sort of you pick out all the knots and you unravel what is actually already there. But people have just got into knots about it. They're overthinking it. They're confused. Getting all knotted up in there. You see the clear image and the direction. And then I saw like smooth sandpaper. You know, like when you sand something, you always end up on the smooth sandpaper and you remove all the rough bits. So you make it a very smooth journey for someone. This is you being the translator. You know that everyone has a purpose and you are an ambassador. This word kept coming up. You are the ambassador for change in another. They don't see the big picture or the whole reason, but you see a variety of ambassadors needed to make a mark, needed to make the change, to make it last and real. When I'm saying that, it's not just that it's just about a business, a one-off business. It's like this one knocks onto that one, knocks onto that one, knocks onto that one, knocks onto that one, knocks onto that one. It's like you see the big picture of why people need to be doing things, what they're doing, and the value of it, because you see the progression, the ascension of what is happening on the planet right now. And I got this as well. So once upon a time, years and years and years ago, I saw this in an art gallery, and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of little pictures. And the phrase was, and it came back to me in your reading, I've not thought about it for years, when you change enough of the little pictures, now that could be enough of the businesses, eventually you make a whole, there's a big change. When you change enough of the little pictures, the big picture changes. And that's part of your role here as well. And that's what your business wants you to know, that's what your role is. So as you help a business get very clear and precise about who they are, what their purpose is, what their mission is, how to go about that in a clear, sensible way, you are changing enough of the small pictures to make the big picture change. How people operate as a whole make dreams, businesses, projects viable and a reality. Over time, over time, give an image a purpose bigger than them to achieve. Yeah, so over the time that they spend with you, over the time that they're working on their new business, their way forward, you're giving them an image, a purpose that is way bigger for them to achieve. Now that's very similar to the work that I do. So like as I'm talking to you, it is not just that you're running a business to earn money, you're running a business because there's a bigger purpose to all of this. There is an ascension to all of this. So that's part of your role. Not that you need to sort of take it on and kind of like be all godly about it, but it's the fact that you know now how valuable your work is. When you work for your business, you're working for God. Big picture, big picture. The way you think is like a jigsaw puzzle. This is the image that I got. So you fit in the pieces together. Also the person with the message, so you see it. So again, all the little pieces, like all the jigsaw pieces, you kind of go, well, that's irrelevant, that's relevant, that's good, this is who you are. And you put all these pieces together for someone and they're like, oh, right, okay, I get it now. So you see the person in their entirety. What I also got then, I was kind of asking how this all works. You are connected to the cosmos. You are guided to accomplish your mission as a translator, a seer. So if you know what a seer is, you can think of sort of yogis and things, but you're a seer on a very, very practical level. You can see what other people can't see. So I would say for my work, I make the invisible visible. And, this is very similar to what you're doing here as well. You're a truth teller. You articulate the unseen into clear format to bring that into the world. So often people get snarled up, as you well know, in overthinking, overanalyzing, thinking no one else is doing that. I can't do this. Who am I to do that? All those kind of things that stand in the way. Oh, yeah, okay. So also you're a networker. So you would say, oh, you need to know her or you need to know him. So what you're doing is you're building up a web. How do I pronounce it? A web of people who then network and know each other, but you're allowing them to kind of know that someone else out there is doing something that would be very, very valuable to them as well. So you're a network. So, oh, well, you would really do well talking to them or going on their podcast or doing a podcast with them or working with them or understanding how they see the world so that, something changes within someone. The last bit then. Okay. How does Olia get her next paying clients? This is something I don't normally ask at the end of a reading. She wears her energy, her energetics. She knows who she is in herself, in her inner self, in her soul. She knows who she is. So this is the queen energy. This is really just, you know exactly who you are. This will be the activation. Your inner being. All right, your inner being emanates, your sovereignty emanates from you. You just ooze it. You are transmitting it. The energy, the knowledge, the pride in your work and your purpose. So it's the energetics that are more important here than necessarily the words that you do. I know when the dragons speak to me often, they just kind of go, it's not in the words, Fiona. It's not in the words. It's in how you present yourself. And I don't mean in your looks. It's how you present yourself in your energy. That's the most important part. So I want to say thank you very much for listening. And this is an insight, and open the door is like an activation of who you are on the inside. And what happens now is I videoed it. I will put it up on YouTube. I'll make it a link so that you can see it, so that you can go back into this and get the activation as many times as you want. You will also then have a word with me so that we can just work out the finer details. If you've got any other questions, we'll just keep asking questions to source, to the dragons, to your guides, and I just keep saying this, like to just ease it through, just like, what's the next step? What's the next step? And this is the way you work with intuitive guidance for your business, because the spirit of your business wants to come through you. It chose you to do something very important because of who you are as a soul.